Welcome everybody to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from NODA Brewing Company. This is their Umphant, which is a Belgian style triple. And NODA Brewing is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This is one that Mitchell sent me from down there. I cannot get NODA beers up here. Mitchell, thank you for sending those beers up to me. I think this is the last one that you sent me that we haven't reviewed, so we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way. It is a 22-ounce bomber. It says Triumphant is brewed with traditional Belgian malts and yeast, continental hops, and enough Belgian candied sugar to make Oompa Loompa blush. Whether your goal is to triumph over evil, hardship, busy traffic, or bland macro beer, your journey should be rewarded. The rich esters from our Belgian yeast will fill your nose, mouth, and soul with a feeling of accomplishment never seen before in a macro beer world. I am absolutely sure of that. Here at NODA, we know that our triumphs are because of you, our supporting patrons, so we bottle this mighty ale for you. Please enjoy this beer fresh, or let it age for enhanced complexities. And this is a 9.7% alcohol by volume beer. So let's get on with this one. Mitchell, thanks again for sending those beers up to me. It says availability brewed once. I don't know when, because it does not have a date that I can see on the label. There may be something digitized on the bottle, but I cannot see it. But being a Belgian style and a 9, almost a 10% beer, it's not going to go bad anytime soon, so hopefully it'll still be tasty. Alright guys, it doesn't have, it's a triple, it's a 9.7% brewed once beer. And like I told you the other day, for some reason Beer Advocate has done away with their glassware and their food pairings on their site, so I'm going to have to do a little research and see and get another website to give you the glassware and the food pairings for these beers, because it's not listed on their site anymore. They've changed it. What's up with that? I mean, that's the information that we kind of like to have on the websites, and I know you'd like to have it. I'd like to give it to you, but they've done away with it, sort of like Google Plus and YouTube screwing everything up. So, and I'm going to give you a little more information. I checked into doing the Gregsbeerreviews.com. I even paid GoDaddy to do. I actually paid them for 5 years to reserve Greg's Beer Reviews, the domain and everything, and couldn't get it set up. So I called them. Was on customer service with a lady named Molly there for over an hour trying to get stuff set up, and they had to end up resetting some stuff. And then I called back the next day because I couldn't get any further, and he said, oh yeah, you got to have a dedicated server if you're doing that many video uploads, and that's going to be like $60 a month. Guys, I'm not going to pay that kind of price to have Greg's Beer Reviews on its own dedicated server. So we're still looking around, see what my options and stuff are, but I'm not going to end up paying $60 to $100 a month just to have a site that says Greg's Beer Reviews. So hopefully we'll figure out something, or we'll just deal with Google Plus and YouTube. I'm not going to start paying them to have a site up when I'm paying for most of the beers. A lot of these are sent to me like this one was, but I still spend a lot of money. And Google Plus pays me to do beer reviews, but it's not very much. I mean, it's all depending on the ads that people click on. So if you don't click on the ads, I don't get paid anything. So it is what it is. I'm not going to go in the hole trying to open up Gregsbeerreviews website. So until I get other options or my own dedicated server here in the house where I can post them and serve up that. So we're still looking around. It's not defunct yet, but I'm not gonna spend an arm and a leg each month trying to keep a beer review site up when it's provided free with them. We just have to deal with their some of their asinine requirements about having a Google Plus account and all that kind of stuff. So this is not about them. This is about this beer. Mitchell, thanks again for sending it up to me. Let's get on with this one, guys. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. The glassware, the pint backer style, the mug, the tumbler, the oversized wine glass. I got the double glass for this. This is a Belgian style beer. It's going to go well with most of your stronger dishes. This is almost a 10% beer. So with that being said, without further ado, let's get the cap off of this bad boy and get it in the glass. I'm going to pour this kind of aggressive down the center and see what we get. And I'm going to save the other half for the other half. Maybe just a little bit more in there. Yeah. Alright. With that aggressive pour, we got about a finger of head over into the light. It is not perfectly clear. It's kind of hazy. So this may be a bottle conditioned or an unfiltered beer. A lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom, so it tells me it's fairly well carbonated, not overly carbonated. It's not gushing out of the bottle or doing anything crazy. And the head is dissipating pretty quickly, and it is almost a snow white head. Excuse me. Let's get a nose on this one. Oh, wow. Definitely getting the candied sugar. I'm getting banana. There's a little bit of that funkiness, almost like a saison, but not to that extreme. Grapefruit, banana, maybe some tropical fruit in there, mango. And as you can see, the head is completely gone now. It dissipated pretty quickly. Smells very sweet. Definitely got the Belgian yeast going on there. Smells pretty good. Let's give it a hit. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mitchell. Wow. Very tasty. Very tasty. Probably one of the better beers I've had this week. Not my typical style of beer. I do drink some Belgians. Not a lot of triples though. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. Bubblegum, candied sugar, tropical fruit, mango. Wow. Awesome. I'm not giving you any of the alcohol. Very well made beer. I wouldn't call this a session beer being that big, but you could drink this fairly easy. Very sweet. Not overly sweet. Just the right amount of hops and sweetness to balance this beer out. Well, it's 40 degrees right out of the fridge. You know the deal and the drill. I'm going to sip on it for a little while and I'll come back, see if it changes any. Well, I really wish we could get these beers up here. NODA's got it going on. All the ones that Mitchell sent me have been fairly tasty beers. So very good beers produced by NODA Brewing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So guys, stick around. I'll be right back and we'll do that final comment and chug on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. This is a very tasty beer. Kind of citrusy. You got the banana and the grapefruit going on, the candied sugar and the Belgian yeast. Very tasty. Got a wonderful nose and aroma on this beer. Very sweet. Just a little bit of funkiness going on in it too, but otherwise, it's very tasty beer. Let's do the final chug on this one. Oh yeah, very tasty. For almost a 10% beer, I'm not getting hardly any alcohol at all on this beer. Candy sugar, Belgian yeast, a little bit of mango, banana, grapefruit, very citrusy to me. Very tasty, very easy drinking for almost a 10% beer. So I like this one. I like this one a lot. The only thing, like I said, which is not critical, there is no date on the bottle anywhere. That's the only thing I wish that these guys would step up to the plate and do, and go ahead and put the dates on it. And on something like this, you could even get away with putting the year on it when it's an almost 10%er. But it's a tasty beer, guys. I enjoyed this one. Mitchell, thanks again for sending these beers up to me. I cannot get the NODA Brewing beers here in Virginia. So I don't think they come to Virginia. They're kind of a smaller operation down in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, but still, it's a tasty beer. Not having the date on it, guys, if it had a date on it, I would probably give it a 7, which is a B+, but it doesn't have a date on it. Kind of want to get that information, at least a year, but put something on it so we know how long it's been sitting on the shelf, because I don't think that I can get this at Total Wine. I don't even think it comes there. So unless you're in the Charlotte area, that's the only way you're going to be able to pick up one of these beers. So very tasty. I really like what he sent to me from the NODA Brewing. They are doing a wonderful job. They just need to step up to the plate and get some dating on their bottles, guys. And on the cans too. The cans they just started doing in October, but they still need to have a dating system put on some of these things. So that's my soapbox to stand on, and I stand on it proudly. We need to know that information, guys. They've got all the other information on there other than the date. So, like I said, I'm going to give it to 6, which is a solid B. Let's go over and see what the other guys got to say about this beer. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first, and Beer Advocate says it's 86 in a very good range. I agree. I agree it's a very good beer. Definitely worth picking up if you're into the Belgian triples. Very well made beer as far as I'm concerned. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer is not quite as generous. They say 77 overall and 58 in the style. 77 is a little low as far as I'm concerned for this beer. I think it's a fairly tasty beer, and 58 I do not agree with whatsoever. I think it's a good representation of the Belgian triple. Very well made beer. I'm not getting the alcohol, and it's almost 10%. So it'll sneak up on you if you're not careful. These are bigger beers and meant to be sipped on and enjoyed slowly, not gulped or drank out of the bottle, if you will. So, with that being said, if you've had this beer from NODA Brewing, give me some comments back on this one, guys, whether you liked it, didn't like it. I liked it a lot. Just need a little bit more information, get some dates on these bottles and cans, and I'll be a happy camper. And come up to Virginia, that's what we need you to do, and so I can get some of these in the fridge. Alright guys, that's all we got to say about this one. Hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. Hope you can join me then.